Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen for another video. So I'm coming at you with another sauce video today. So I love doing these sauce videos because I know everybody knows how to put a bunch of healthy foods into a bowl or onto a plate, but making them taste good is a different story. And one of the best ways to do that is to make a delicious homemade sauce. We know that a lot of sauces that you find in stores are absolutely full of like oils and refined sugars and, you know, a bunch of preservatives and stabilizers and other crap that we don't want to be eating, and they're expensive as well. So I want to show you guys how you can make sauces using stuff that you already have at home. And yeah, I've been doing this for a long time now and I am never out of sauce because I always just make my own. So like with all these recipe videos, I will be putting the recipes in the description box down below to make it easy for you guys. But to go along with the recipes, I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 amazing bowls that each of these sauces go with, just to add some value to the video and to give you some more ideas on delicious and healthy foods that you could cook. So this is going to be the first one I show you, this one will be the second, and then this is the third one that I just made. Man, I'm so excited to finish this video and just eat all of these. But let me share with you guys how to make all this stuff. And yeah, if you guys enjoy my recipes and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel so that you can see more recipes. And if you already have subscribed, I thank you so much. You guys probably saw from the title, these are blenderless sauces. A few of you mentioned in the comments on one of my last sauce videos that you would like to see ones that don't use blenders because you don't always want to pull out your blender or you don't have access to a blender. You still want to make amazing sauces. So throw away your blender. We don't need it for this video. The first sauce I'm going to show you is a ginger miso sauce. This one is so good. I really think you guys are going to like it. It's got so much flavor and it doesn't use too many ingredients. Really simple. And I actually just made this bowl and put it on top, and I'll show you guys how to make this as well. But first, let me show you how to make that sauce. To make this sauce, you're just going to need these 5 ingredients: fresh ginger, fresh garlic, some miso paste, some rice vinegar or rice wine vinegar, sometimes called, both the same thing, and some spicy brown mustard. And then because these are not blended sauces, you're also gonna want a grater. So the finer the grate, the better. So this one is the one I'm gonna be using. And then you're also gonna want a whisk of some type, something like this, or this will work perfectly. And then a container to mix it all up in. And probably like a knife along the way as well. And a cutting board. First thing you're gonna wanna do is to grate the ginger and the garlic. We need a tablespoon of grated ginger and 2 teaspoons of grated garlic. And of course, you could alter these amounts according to your tastes, but this is what I tested and it works really well. So you don't have to take the skin off of the ginger if you don't want to, but I know a lot of people are used to it and a lot of people do. So here's a quick tip that a bunch of you guys mentioned in one of my previous videos, that you can just kind of grate it with a spoon and it comes off really easily. So I wouldn't worry about getting all of it off because like I said, I mean, it's all edible. It doesn't really matter. It's mainly for sort of texture and looks, I guess, at this point. Don't forget to check inside the grater because a lot of the time it's hiding in there. So we need 1 tablespoon of that. That's pretty perfect, actually. And then just put that into the container you're gonna be mixing your sauce in. And then we'll grate the garlic really quickly. So there's 1 teaspoon. Yeah, it's like magic. There's nothing even there. There we go. All right, and then the 2nd teaspoon of grated garlic in there. And now we'll move on to the miso paste. So 2 tablespoons of miso paste. Miso paste is pretty salty, so if you want it to be less salty, obviously just use less miso paste. So there's 1 tablespoon and 2. And then 1 tablespoon of the rice vinegar. And if all you have is apple cider vinegar or balsamic vinegar or something like that, I'm sure it'll work out really well too. But I do like the taste of the rice wine vinegar in there because it's pretty neutral and almost like a little bit sweet. I don't know how to explain it. And then 2 teaspoons of the spicy brown mustard. And then I just heated some water up in the kettle here just to get it a bit warm because I find that helps everything sort of mix together easier. And I have written down here 6 tablespoons of water, but I'm gonna start with 5 because as you guys know, and I always say, easier to add more water or liquid to a recipe than to take it away. And then you just wanna hit it with that whisk, mix it all up. It's all done, and you can see the consistency of it here. And it's not like a creamy dressing, I wouldn't say, but for something like a stir fry or on top of some noodles or something, it works really, really well. So I am gonna go ahead and add that extra tablespoon of water, just because I know this is a pretty strong flavored sauce, and I want it to, be able to spread it out over a couple meals. Yeah, that is good. It's pretty strong, so you don't want to be like dumping all of this onto one meal, but it is really, really good, man. So like I mentioned, it goes really well with like a stir fry if you pour it in there when you're cooking the veggies. It also goes really good on like a salad or something like that, but one of my favorite ways to have it is with like some rice noodles and veggies, and then put some sauteed tofu on the side. Pour this on top, man, such a good meal. So I'm gonna make that now, show you guys how I'm gonna do it, just to give you a good idea on, something that you could have this with. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just to make a quick sauce to cook that tofu in. And I guess you could probably cook it in some of that ginger miso sauce that we just made, but I'm gonna make something a little bit different, just to, give the dish some more flavors. So all I'm doing here is just mixing up some tamari, hot sauce, and spicy brown mustard together, and then chopping up the tofu into slices and just coating it. Then firing that into the frying pan and just sauteing it on each side for a few minutes until it looks like it starts to cook nicely, till it starts to brown up a bit. And while that's cooking, I'm just gonna chop up some veggies. So here I have some purple cabbage, Napa cabbage, and some grated carrot. And then I'm gonna be having it with some of this brown rice vermicelli. And of course, you could have it with any noodle you want. If you wanted to really bump up the protein content, you could have it with some like black bean noodles or something like that. But I really like it like this. And I think with the tofu, we're gonna have a good amount of protein in here. So to cook this, all I do is just put it into a bowl and add a bunch of hot water. And it only takes a few minutes for them to soften up. And then just as a little extra bonus, just because I have some time here, I'm gonna cook up some of these enoki mushrooms that I just got today. So I saw them in the grocery store, thought it'd be a fun addition to this. So just sauteing that in a tiny bit of tamari. All right, now that everything is all chopped up and everything's ready, it's time to put that bowl together. Well, it's a lot of noodles. I probably don't need that many noodles, but all right, whatever, I'll eat it. Wow, look how good that tofu looks. Holy, man, I love tofu. And then just give the sauce another quick mix right before you pour it on, because some of the grated garlic and the ginger will sink to the bottom. All right, so there it is. I think that looks pretty awesome. Actually, you know what it needs? There we go. Now we're talking. Man, that looks awesome. I always question my plating abilities, but you guys always say my food looks really good, so I think that's just sort of a thing we all have, because I know a lot of people, they always say, this doesn't look Instagram worthy, but here's my meal, and it always looks so beautiful, so we gotta stop being so critical of ourselves. All right, time to give it the quick taste test, and then on to making the next sauce and meal, I guess. Man, I'm gonna have a lot to eat today. I'm okay with that. Heck yeah, so good. Wow. I make some good things. Try the little enoki mushrooms. You guys will have to let me know if you've ever had these, or if they just like gross you the heck out, because they are kind of crazy, like long and stringy like that, kind of like alien fingers or something. Yeah, they're good. Wow. Ooh, especially with that sauce and the tamari they're cooked in. Woo! Yeah, you guys are really gonna like this one. So, all right, on to the next sauce. So here's everything that you're gonna need to make the ranch sauce or ranch dressing with. And I'm gonna be using unsweetened, plain, dairy-free yogurt. This is almond yogurt, but I'm sure any of them would work. But yeah, this is something new that I've been playing around with, and it works really well for this recipe. I'm just trying to get away from using like tahini for every single one of my sauces or dressings. And this works really well, especially in this ranch one, because as you know, ranch often has like a sort of buttermilk, milky flavor to it. And this definitely adds that, but by keeping it 100% vegan. We also have got some spicy brown mustard in there. You guys know I use this in a lot of my sauces. I should show you how to make mustard. I still haven't done that video. I don't know if it warrants its own video on its own, but it's pretty fun. You can make mustard a whole bunch of different flavors, and you can make sweet mustard and all sorts of things. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to learn how to make your own mustard. And then we've got the twin pillars of the Simnett Nutrition culinary experience: garlic powder, onion powder, and then some dill, some salt, black pepper, And then here I have some fresh parsley. You could use dried parsley if you want. However, when you buy parsley dried, like you know, like the spices here, it tends to lose its flavor pretty quickly. So make sure it's fresh if you do. But like really fresh parsley is probably the best for this. And then I also have some chives here, and it's kind of nice because I have both of these growing in the garden, so I was able to just cut those down like right now. Went outside and got myself some fresh herbs. So that's it. Let me show you guys the amounts, and then we'll whisk this all up, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna put it on. All right, so I'm gonna start with 2 heaping sort of tablespoons of the unsweetened yogurt, 3 teaspoons of mustard. Whoa, there's 3. Probably 3.5 in there, but it'll be all right. It'll still taste good. Remember, we're not like baking or anything here. You don't really have to measure these exactly, but yeah, I did try these recipes a few different times, and these are sort of the ratios that I found to be best. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of dill. If you really like dill, I guess you could put more in if you want. If you don't like it, you can leave it out. So half a teaspoon of dill, about 1/3 of a teaspoon of black pepper, a nice sized pinch of salt. Again, optional, but this definitely wakes it all up and makes it taste like a sauce. So I do recommend a bit of salt. And this is a pink Himalayan salt that I'm using, but you know, Celtic salt or whatever you want to use will work just fine. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and really finely chop the parsley and also the chives. So how I like to chop these to make sure that you get nice and fine chop and that you're not like chasing it all over the place is just kind of like ball it up into like a little ball, hold it tight with your fingers, and then just do your best to chop it up really small. And then you can always kind of turn it, chop it up some more just to get it even more fine. So then we want a nice and packed teaspoon of that parsley. It's probably good. And then I'll do like just under a teaspoon of the actually whatever, let's just do a teaspoon of chives. We've got it here, might as well. It's not gonna ruin the sauce, I know that. And then 3 teaspoons of water. So there's 1. I'm just gonna put 2 in and then mix it up, and then I'll add that 3rd one. So there it is, and you can see, where's my little spoon? With the 2 tablespoons of water, it's pretty thick. So some of you might like it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and add almost a full tablespoon more of water. It's probably about 2/3 of a tablespoon. All right, so there it is. Definitely looks ranchy. So I'm gonna give it a taste and I'll let you guys know how it is. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it tastes like ranch if you ask me. Definitely not quite as good as, you know, like your super unhealthy like bottled ranch that we might be used to, but it's really good considering what we put in there. So if you guys want to add a little sweetness, you could add like a touch of maple syrup if you wanted. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I like it like this. I think it's awesome. So I'm going to make a quick salad, put this on top, let you guys know how that is, and then we'll move on to the last sauce. All right, so there it is. You guys saw everything that I added on top. Now it's time to have a bite and let you know how it is. Yeah, it's so good. Actually, wow. I think it's much better like on something than it is on its own. I mean, it's good on its own, but wow, yeah, it's so good. Tastes like a bottled salad dressing when you have it on a salad like this. So, all right, on to the next sauce. So here's everything that's going into the spicy tahini sauce that we're gonna be making. We've got tahini, nutritional yeast, hot sauce. My choice is Valentina's, but your favorite hot sauce will work. Maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, and then salt and pepper. So we'll start off with 2 tablespoons of tahini, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Oh boy, came out pretty fast. 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. And of course, if you want it spicier, you could have more. And if you don't like hot sauce or you don't want it spicy, you don't have to have it with any. 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. And if you don't have maple syrup, you could use a date, but then you would want to blend this sauce and it would not fit into this video, being blenderless sauces. 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And like with the other dressings and sauces, any vinegar will do, but I do like this one with ACV. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I know it sounds like it's gonna be spicy, but it's not. It's just ground up bell pepper. And then just salt and pepper to taste. So just a pinch or two of salt, and the same with pepper. And then we're just gonna add 3 tablespoons of water, but like with the other ones, I'm just gonna start with 2, and then I'll mix it up, and then I'll add that 3rd one, depending on if I need the whole 3rd tablespoon or not. So just whisk it up. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to need the 3rd tablespoon. And you know what? It's still really thick, so I'm gonna add another half a tablespoon, which is 2 teaspoons. And I'll make all these corrections in the description box down below, so go there for the final amounts. And I'm actually gonna add another half of a tablespoon here, because it's still really thick. So what might have happened, sometimes when I make these recipes, I make them in smaller batches first, and then for the video, I make them in like a full-size batch, because I end up like trying it so many times, I don't want to use up like all my ingredients at once. So maybe I forgot to double the amount of water. I think that's probably what happened. And I'm gonna add that last one. So this is 6 total, so that's what I did. I forgot to double the water in the recipe. But everything else tastes good. It was just a little bit too thick. Man, I don't know what it is. I love the color of these like ready orange sauces. They always look like they're so good. And it is good, but they just look delicious too. All right, quick taste test. Yeah, really good. Nice consistency as well. I should mention, when you put these in the fridge, like if you don't eat them all, you know, right away, when you put them in the fridge, they will definitely thicken up. So what you want to do is just like add some warm water to it when you're ready to eat it, and just mix it up, and then you're ready to go. You might want to add some more of the ingredients as well, just to kind of keep the ratios good, but I generally don't. I usually just add a little bit of warm water, and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna quickly make a stir fry for this. I have some leftover rice that I have to cook up, so I'm gonna use that, chop up a bunch of veggies, and just throw them all into the frying pan, saute it up really quickly, and then pour the sauce on, and then let you guys know how it is, and it's gonna be pretty much it. All right, there it is. This bowl is all put together. It looks so good. So as you saw, I put some green onion on here and also some hemp seeds as well. So let me have a bite and I'll let you guys know how it is. I have a feeling like it's gonna be pretty amazing. Yep, man. The tahini sauces are unbeatable. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, so I think that is it for this video. I have a lot to eat. I've got this, the salad with the ranch, and then also that noodle dish that we made with the ginger miso sauce as well in the beginning. Man, good thing I'm hungry. I think Crystal's gonna help me as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. So if you did, definitely hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see more from me. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. And yeah, as always, tag me on Instagram if you guys make any of these. You know, I love seeing your creations. So thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I will see you guys soon with another video.